Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Like, share, subscribe.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you. And I think I have to listen. Because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day.
We won't stop. We will not stop.
Sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so bright. It's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart. Doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me this time.
Look at
Baby,
this.
baby, now
See
I
this?
know.
How you cannot go
Baby,
here?
baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me it's right.
Neighbors and the
When you
community
came to me,
compelled
who
to
are
scour
you?
the area.
It's you, yeah, boy.
Where does the fault lie on you?
Hey family, how's everybody doing? I know we just coming in here for a little bit just to chop it up. So I'm not expecting everybody to show up then, running late because I'm just getting out of a meeting. But I wanted to talk to you guys about a couple of things that's coming up our way. And shout out to you guys for being here and continuing to support the channel. But so the Cody Bigsby case, you guys, is coming up for trial November the 6th. They're going to start the murder of Cody Bigsby trial November the 6th in Virginia. So Corey, they're not even talking about the other charges yet. They're just talking about the murder, kidnapping or murder or whatever. So we're going to be looking forward to that. I want you guys to know we're still following the Cody Bigsby case. We're going to always follow that case no matter what. I was talking to some people down there in Virginia. It came out yesterday. What was yesterday? The 19th. It came out yesterday. Hey, Team Cody, how you doing? How you doing? And I didn't know if everybody knew that. Matter of fact, where's my phone at? And here's the sad thing, but it's a good thing. The trial for the Tyrese Nichols case is going to start. Well, I don't think they're going to start the trial November the 6th, but they got court November the 6th on the Tyrese Nichols case. So they're still trying to work some things out. They're trying to sever some of the defendants from, the 5 officers that was charged. They got more charges, but they're trying to, what the defense is trying to do is saying, hey, this guy didn't do as much as that guy, and they wasn't at the first stop. So we want our own trial, and we don't want to be with them. And now another one came and said, me too, I want my own trial. And then another one's like, I want my own. So nobody wants to go. Like when they went and arrested the kid and confined him and kidnapped him, and they're trying to say that he had the word, the defense kept on saying, it made me mad. He said he had superhuman powers. They're saying they know now that he had mushrooms in his system, marijuana in his system, and some antidepressants in his system, and some alcohol in his system. Man, come on. That's not what we heard. I don't know where they get that at, but that's what they're saying. They're saying Tyrese had mushroom, alcohol, marijuana, and antidepressants. Now, the marijuana that he had in his system, this is what I had heard, that it was like very minimum, like he had to been done smoked that 2 or 3 days ago. But marijuana do stay in your system for about 30 days. But he ain't had none that particular day. And the mushrooms, I don't know what kind of mushrooms, but they're trying to tarnish the boy's name. That's what they're trying to do. That's down there in Memphis, you guys, Memphis, Tennessee. So they haven't got all their stuff together. I don't know how they got all the stuff together for the Corey Bigsby case, but that's coming up November the 6th. Okay. People are saying, SB, are you going? Well, Virginia's a long way. It is. It's a long way. I can't drive to Virginia. I would have to fly. So, I don't know. There's 2 things. One, I don't have a problem because I've got about 90 hours of sick leave that I can use at any given time. I haven't used not 1 hour of my sick leave. I hate to quit that job and not use none of my sick leave. But I've got school also. So, and I can't be missing school, you guys. That I just can't be missing school. So, November the 6th is on a Monday. So I know my classes is Tuesdays and Thursdays. So yeah, they victim blaming. Yeah, they're blaming him. They're blaming him like, well, it's our job to apprehend him, and it's our job to do this and do that. When, like this guy asked to be killed. You guys basically killed him. That's what you did. You killed him. And I don't know why they thinking that they gonna get out of it. Like, well, But I mean, they're doing their job. But I'm gonna tell you something. If you go back and look at the motion to sever, that's what they call it, sever the cases. That means this defendant goes to court on his own. The prosecutors are like, why would you want to do that? It's all the same information. There's no extra witnesses. There's no extended nothing. We're going to talk about the same thing. They don't want to be looked at as a group because that looks horrible. It looks terrible. But you know what? They did it as a group. They really did. And I hope the judge do not let them, sever the case and pick and choose like they want their own trial, because it looks like they least the innocent when the ones that's trying to do that is the most guilty. They the one that's like, yeah, I hit him with these blows and he was still coming at me and he tried to take my gun and he did this and he did that. Come on. And they're still trying to say that they had a legal reason to stop the child, the young man. I haven't called the family lately, but I will call them again. And because they do talk to us. You guys do know that. They do talk to us because I asked them if I came, can I sit with them so I won't get kicked out the courtroom? And he was like, don't come yet. That's what he told me. He was like, I was like, why? Because we was going to go like two, I think it was like about 2 months ago. He was like, because it's not nothing. It's like, it's going to be five minutes. And he was right. It was just a 5-minute court thing. And then they was outside. So, yeah. Connie says, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Connie Branch. Happy birthday to you. Everybody say happy birthday to Connie. She said it's her birthday. Sanjua say, hey, happy birthday. Crystal say, hey, happy birthday. And hey, Gail, how you doing? So I wanted to come on and make sure you guys know that I know that there's other cases that needs probably some things we need to look at, and everybody's sharing them with me and saying, what about this case that's in Florida? Where, in this case in New York. Well, in Florida, there's a case where I guess some guy and his family went on a boat trip or something, and that morning they couldn't find him. But they looked at the cameras and said he didn't get overboard, which I'm like, he probably overboard somewhere in that ocean, and he'll turn up where y'all done pushed him overboard or he done fell overboard, who knows. But yeah, and then there's a case in New York where a daycare was a kid died. They were selling drugs, I mean big time. And the baby, I don't know, the baby got a hold to some fentanyl or something. But anyway, one child died at the daycare. And it wasn't no small little bitty drug organization. It was a huge drug organization. So I don't know. You guys pick which one you want to follow, and that's what we'll do. But we are going to be waiting for this Cody case. And I'm going to tell you right now, the Cody case come up, we're going to drop everything and get right up on it. I don't know if that's what you guys want to do, but have not heard anything else about Jackie and Terrell. She said she didn't know it. There was more of them, so they all need to be charged. Exactly. So, yeah. Let me see. You guys, I want to share something with you. If you don't know, and I'm going to share this with you. You see how Marsha Poole, right here, she put in there at SP. There's no space right there after the at. If you put it in there like this and put a space after the at, it don't pop. You got to put it in there like this, like you did it right there. Well, there's no space after the name, okay? Like this, and this, and this. Not this, not that, okay? I tried to call you. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, Tina Paris, how you doing? I was just letting them know the 2 cases that's coming up, and we are gonna follow. Hey T-Star, how you doing? Hey Maury, I see you in the building. The 2 cases we are gonna follow. We're just hanging out here for a quick live. Nothing long, nothing, That baby had one. The man you saved had in it. That baby had what that man had in the system. Allegedly, I wish they gave baby Narcan and some baby with a life ahead of him. With the life ahead of him. You know what? Ever since that situation, there's been another situation, but I'm not even gonna tell y'all. Y'all be like, SP, you gotta be lying. You gotta be lying. God got his hand on you like that. I'll be like, yeah, he really do. Y'all just don't know. And you never get recognized for it. Like I said, you don't get paid to do these things. You just do them and you be like, dang. But you can put another one on that notch, you guys. I'm not even gonna tell you all about it, but you can put another one on there now. That's after the man. But anyway, so I'm a little hyped again. It happened last night, but whatever. That's what we're here for. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? I look at these people that work in EMS and the ambulance and stuff. They gotta go home with adrenaline. I'm telling you, they do. Did you look on your text? I don't even know where my phone is. We had a meeting, and I'm gonna be honest with you. It was wasteful. It was wasteful. Oh, I see, Amari. I see you did try to call. I'm sorry. I was in that meeting when you probably called. Let's see.
We have a breaking update this afternoon. We have learned that the trial for Corey Bixby is set for November 6th. Bixby is currently facing murder and concealing body charges in connection to his son Cody's disappearance. Bixby's attorney says this trial does not include the separate child neglect charges that he faces.
Right. So I just want you guys to know, that's what life is all about, I guess. There's some things that you always want to think that you're here for this and that and all this other stuff. And it's not. Yesterday was my grandson's birthday, and I literally forgot to call him and say, hey, grandson, happy birthday. I was doing everything else, trying to get rest and look at Diesel, and I had did a lot of freaking homework. I had a lot of homework to get done, and I didn't even touch it today, and I won't touch it because it's a little bit too late right now. But God is using believers and willing workers. Yes, he is. And like I said, this is never my first rodeo, but every time after it's all over with, you sit back and you go, man, sometimes the people say thank you, and sometimes they don't even know to say thank you. They just thinking they're so close to death, it's not even funny. I mean, it's just not even funny. We see people at the worst. So, yeah. So when I got home this morning, I crashed. Matter of fact, when I went to the meeting, everybody was giving me a hug like, you okay? Yeah, I'm okay now. They was like, man, hope you have a better day. Sometimes you got to get it like that, and trust me, I love it. I really do. If I didn't love it, I wouldn't do it. And that's one thing that I learned a long time ago. If you don't ever want to work a job ever in your life, if you don't ever want to work, I know exactly what you need to do. Do something you love to do, and you will not work one day. When I don't even, it's funny when I say I go to work, because actually that's just me. That's my life. That's like, shacking them playing basketball, and you're paying them to practice. They love to go out there on the court and play and giggle and smile and do what they do, and they don't work. That's what they love to do. It's not called work when you love to do it. You do it. You don't have to think about it. You do it, and some days you have good, some days you have bad, and you come back again and try to make it better the next time. You learn from your mistakes. I don't believe I made any mistakes last night. Oh, but I ended up, so I'll tell you a little bit, but the person's blood sugar was, when I found her, it was 85. I mean, no, I'm sorry, 35. It was 35. And so I'm like, oh, snap. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And so it was like, I'm getting ready to go get help. Well, I had to turn around and say, I am the help. You know what I'm saying? This is happening too often for me. That's what I said in my head. So I knew where we had an emergency. It's called glucagon. Glucagon, glucagon. And you give them that shot, and it's supposed to increase their blood sugar pretty quick. And I was like, I never used it before. Never have. I read about it. But you know what? I gave her that shot. And guess what, though? It didn't happen. I waited 10 minutes, and it didn't happen. Well, I didn't know at the time that I could give her another shot, but I didn't give her the second shot. I gave her one, and I said, I'm done. I got to call some help. I need some help up in here, because she is slipping away. Her blood sugar was still 35, but that was good. At least it didn't go down. But anyway, they came, and bells and lights on. They came right on in and hooked up IVs, because I told them this is an emergency. This is not, oh, we're going to be discreet. We're not going to be discreet. I need to hear you coming. So if I have to do some CPR, I know I can, rest assured, go a little bit longer until you walk through the door. Because sometimes people start doing CPR and they get tired. And you don't know how much tired you're going to be after 5 minutes. That's a lot of work. But anyway, they came in, and they already knew I had everything taken care of. All the staff did what they were supposed to do, let them in, one stayed with her, me making the phone calls and getting everything together and being right there just in case we have to start CPR and all this other stuff. And they got her blood sugar up to 114, but they had to take her to the hospital because I gave her the glucagon. I said, oh, no. They's like, no. You did what you had to do to keep her stable at least. Because if you had nada, she probably would have dropped down to 12, and she was already going into a diabetic coma. But now that I've given it to her, and they're giving her IV, her blood sugar is going to hit the roof. So they got to take her, because we're not going to be able to control it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have to give her insulin to calm it down. And if they give her IVs, and keep an eye on it, because once you give a person that, you definitely want to go to the hospital. But anyway, that's where she's at right now. And thank God. Hopefully she'll stay there. But anyway, that happened, you guys. So I'm cool. I'm good. She would have been out if it kept dropping. Oh, she was already pretty much gone. She was unresponsive. Her eyes was dilated. It just looked like she was looking at a ghost. I mean, her eyes was just big and wide, and saliva was coming out of her mouth, and she wasn't responding to anything. She was just staring into space, and her eyes was glassy and dilated, and she was going into that coma. So yeah. Anyway, this stuff is kind of, like, do I really want to be in a place like this where every day I'm looking at situations like this? I mean, it's crazy. But, I like to be there, you know, to help. So, anyway, I want to tell you guys, don't worry about me and my job. My new boss came in, so we got a new administrator. We got a new DON. The administrator says I'm here to stay, so I don't know. And they do look professional, and it seems like things might get better, So I'm glad I stayed around, and maybe things get better at that place. Mm-hmm. Exactly. So yeah, I am looking forward to. I'm hoping that the thing about the case, uh, the Cody case, that's November the 6th. I know my next class is going to be English, and my English classes are Tuesdays and Thursdays. So if the trial starts on Monday, I got to be back home by Tuesday morning. That's not good. I'm gonna spend, $1,500 to go somewhere for one day. That's, you know what I'm saying? So, you kind of want to stay at least 2 days, but you never know. Anyway, I'm just saying, you know, it's funny how it's just now coming up in November, all this time, and now here they want to do it. But, I'm going to let you guys know, I really only want to see the opening, so that would be nice. But that case is going to be something else. That's not a good idea after you just got back. I know it's draining me. It's draining me physically, and it's draining me financially. But like I said, I do want to be a part. Cody has nobody down there, you guys. I mean, there's people down there, but they're down there in their own way, and it's like, it's weird. I'm gonna just say it like this. Like the place, I mean, and I'm not comparing because I can't. I'm not down there in Virginia. But the place that I just came from, that family was united. They were together. They wasn't running over the mama. They wasn't cussing the mama out. They were protecting the kids while we were all there. They was loving on one another. They were supportive in everything. And maybe I just didn't see the other stuff that happened, because I'm pretty sure. And that's the way it's supposed to be, like in family, we fight amongst each other, but we ain't gonna let everybody else see us fighting. That we ain't gonna do, you know. So I'm pretty sure that mama can tell us some things about how she got hurt by this person and that person or whatever and everything. But the sad thing about it is Corey's family which is his sister and his auntie and his wife and his kids, they're supportive of him 100%. And you guys don't see them fighting and cussing and stealing money and acting like this and acting, and I have to give them props. They ain't over there trying to get money, but I know why too. Because the kid is gone. You know what I'm saying? But then you got people that's not kin to the kid, not kin to the family, up there talking about, we did for Cody. We did for Cody. And as soon as they get their hands on a little bit of money, $5, $1,000, or $500, they take off running. Ain't seen them since. Because let me tell you something. If you wasn't guilty, why are you hiding now? See, we already knew you was guilty. Because it said what it said. But everybody got their hand. And when I say everybody, that's exactly what I mean. Now, I'm not saying the other females, they had them. I don't know. I wasn't there. Only thing, one person gonna say this and the other person gonna say that about this person or that. I couldn't tell you. Only thing I can tell you is I seen the one person, she had her hand in the cookie jar. And they told on her. Yeah. And they was like, and how does it feel? Yeah, they told. And good that they did, because they were making plans of having another annual. Another annual for what? So you can get some more money? Man, I will boycott that if it's the last thing in the world I do. You will not. You will not. And I still wouldn't even stand with Corey's family. I'd just be like, no. Mm-mm. Cody don't need that. I'm just saying. He don't. He done been through enough. Why would, that's what makes it so bad. And I'm just saying. This kid is presumed to be deceased. Okay? And only thing they can think about is money. Now, if you was part of the family, like the sister, the aunt, the uncle, the cousin, the nephew, or whatever, you can speak on some things and do some things. This is why they do not like outsiders to come in talking about we gonna put up a bench and we gonna ride or die and all this other stuff, because 90% of them is full of it. I'm just saying, they full of it. I've never seen nothing like it before in my life. I'm serious. But every time when somebody die in your family or something, all the wolves come out. I want this. I want that. I'm just sitting here right now trying to think when my mother passed away. Well, they here they come. But the whole time she was alive, I didn't see not one person take her to the doctor. One person make sure she had something to eat. Make sure she had some place to live. I had somebody show up talking about, your mama gave me that truck. I said, what truck? They talking about a truck that been gone 5 years ago. Man, if you do not get out of here, I'm your long lost cousin. And then, then there's people in the family talking about, well, we get the house because, I'm married and da-da-da-da-da. And I said, you can't have that house. They was like, why not? I said, because it's in my name. Then guess what? Then everybody leaves because nobody can do anything. Make sure you guys put your stuff in order. Make sure your house is in order. That's the word. You can find that in the Bible. Put your house in order so your kids don't have to go through all this, and then outsiders. That's why people get mad and say, OSP's an outsider. She's coming up here. Only thing I'm doing is coming up there for support. I ain't asked for nothing. Nothing. Don't want anything. Hey, I works for a living. Don't ask for nothing. Because I don't want to have to explain when I bought me a cheeseburger. I bought it because I wanted it. Because people sure will do that. They be like, but I gave you $5. And you be like, yeah. And that got me what? You only going to get 3 items at the Dollar Tree store with $5. You can't get 4 because it's now $1.25. You can't get 4, not with taxes. I went to Dollar Tree yesterday and bought a pack of little batteries. And the lady said $1.37. I said, oh my God, $1.37. I thought this was the Dollar Tree. She said it is. It's $1.25, and then the rest is tax. I said, oh my goodness. You got 7 cents. So $1.32. Well, 7 cents on the dollar, but then you got 25. So you got 2 more cents. So $1.35, 32, $1.30. Yes, you $1.37. She about right. $1.37 for one item. It went from $1 to $1.37. Strange. But you just gotta know. You know who you're dealing with. You can't buy every shirt in the world. Yeah. I tell you what, I'm going to make it there. I don't know what day I'm going to be able to make it there. Ooh, because if I got school on Tuesdays and Thursdays, oh my God, it's just going to... I don't want to miss no days of school. And I might have to fly in and fly right back on out. Turn around. That's a lot of money. Because the ticket is definitely, for a round trip ticket, is definitely going to be $5, $6. And, I'm not going to go by myself. So Papa's going to come too. So that's 12. That's $1,200. And then a room. And then a car. Just for one day. Golly. But you know what? For Cody, I will do it. I will do it. Yep. I would even miss a day work. Not a day work, but a day of school. Because I got time to. I've never taken off a day. But anyway, you guys, I just wanted to tell you what the 2 cases are. And the Tyrese case, they're going to have court November the 6th. But I'm thinking it's not where they're starting the trial. They still haven't got all their stuff together. Yeah. She said not counting the car, food, and the hotel expenses. Exactly. So, that's what I'll just start working on now. And we got no more overtime at my job, but I'm going to work Thursday, this coming Thursday when I'm off. I'm working this Thursday. So that's gonna see, I'm already getting prepared and ready for it. Because, I got to take care of home first. Got to take care of home first. Me and Papa, we're going to take care of home. And then that's actually going off into our business stuff. So anyway, we'll do it, and we'll look and go, we won't do that again. But it'll be worth it. Sometimes you got to be of your word. The sad thing about it, I get up there in Virginia, them people hate me up there in Virginia. And I don't blame them. They something different. They something else. They something different. And it ain't a bad thing. It's just we don't all, just because we might be, close to the same age or the same gender or the same colors or whatever. We all different. And when you're coming from a different climate or atmosphere, states and environment, you think different, you act different, and then some people get angry. You know what I'm saying? So they don't understand you. You're not going to understand them and all that. Yeah. I did want to cover that trial with the pregnant niece, from the uncle that pregnated his niece, that Jonathan Quayle's case. This is the day 2 of that case, you guys. It's on Law and Crime. If you're gonna watch that, that is something else. That's another little girl that the uncle then got her pregnant and killed her. And she got shells and stuff in her hair. All right, you guys. I am going to get off of here. I don't know anything, LaKendra. We don't know anything about when the West Boys, because the trial done already happened. So they're just waiting on the sentences. So that's what you guys are waiting on there. And so the people that had, followed that case very closely, those are the ones that would know that answer. Because we were on that case, but, it got kind of weird at the end, So, people were backing up and, things was happening. All right, you guys, I'm going to get off of here. Call my job and see what's going on. And I will see you guys. I'll probably come on tomorrow for a quick live. You guys be good, be safe, and be nice to each other. Bye.